Maria.
The 7th of February, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Why, thank you, Lou. As Lou mentions, Rabbi Shlomo First here, Yeshiva Samanavshi here in Shlaim Care of Zoom. First year, we're learning Pierke Avos. We are in a digression phase, learning about, as we mentioned yesterday, if you look on your yeah, that paragraph there that we the second paragraph from the end. All right, let's review that inside. You have access to the 6.3 document. If not, I can try and put it on the screen if I can find it.
I have it.
Okay, very good.
I have to look for,
Okay,
I've got it in.
okay. Let's
See.
see. Let's see. I think I can. I think I might be able to put it on the screen. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Smooth. See what's going on. No, let's see. That's not it. Second. Uh,
Mm.
Yeah, right. It'll be coming on your screen momentarily. 1 second. Okay. Very good. Okay. Very good. Okay. Second paragraph from the bottom. Uma shirur dechamim b'Torah hakavod, and that it's fitting for those who are wise in Torah that they should be honored. Why is that? Okay, Lou, if you want, you can pick up from there if you want.
Devar zeh be'arnu be'chachma me'chamos ki hasechel roi lo ha-kavod lefi shehu mesolek min hapachi sos she davak bechomer. So this thing, what is Barnu?
You've explained. Remember, Bay's Aleph Resh. Remember that whenever you see, they have to look for the shurish in that word, right?
Right. Ace Olive Race is to explain.
The air, like, right.
In many places, we've explained in many places that intellect is appropriate to him. That somebody who is intelligent, it's appropriate to give him honor, since that he Misolek is he's removed.
Yes, Mesulak. He has removed Mis Hapesichus Shedavik B'Chomer.
He's removed from Hapechisus. What is Hapechisus?
Pachos means the lowliness that is attached to that which is physical.
Ulechach Amar Kavod Chachamim Yin Chalu. And therefore, they say that the honor of a wise person is resting.
In Chal, for the word nachla is bequeathed. It's a bequeathal.
Is a bequeathal. He me'achar shehem misolkin min pechi sos hachomer asher hu shefal roy lahem hakavod. Because afterwards, after they are removed from lowliness, the lowliness
So,
is physical,
right, that's right. The lowliness of the physical.
that he falls. I'm sorry, shafal, yeah, shafal is to fall.
Well, which is shuffle. See, shuffle is really low. Pechisos is like that. Is something which is lacking. The okay, fine. So maybe let's put it like this. Pechisos hachomer is like the deficiency of the chomer, the deficiency of the physical. Something which is physical is deficient. Right? In what way is deficient? Some people tell you something which is physical is real, right? They'll tell you the opposite. Something which is physical is real. Nothing deficient about being physical, but if you look at it from a different point of view, there's something which is deficient about the physical. First, something which is physical, the fact that it's physical means that it's not going to be eternal. The very fact that something's physical means it must come to an end, right? And it's also going to be time bound, right? So there are deficiencies which are inherent in everything that's physical. So those who are using their intelligence to gain wisdom of the Torah, so they're mesulik min hapechisus hachomer. They are removed from the deficiencies of the physical. Ashehu shuffle, which it is low. It's something which is low, which is deficient. And therefore, roy lehem kavod. Therefore, it's fit for them to be honored.
Umitzad shehaseichel hu misolek min hachosron shedavak b'chomer l'fichach hachachamim hem tamimim ushlimim.
Ushleimim, right?
Ushlaming. So from the perspective of intelligence and intellect, it is separated from Chesron, I don't know.
Okay, so you have three words here which are very closely related, but there are subtle differences to them. I haven't spent enough time to really think into the actual subtle differences, but you have this word chasoron, something which is chaser, right? It means it's lacking, right? Pechisus, you have these three words, pechisus, chasoron, and shafal. Shafal is something which is low, something which is low. It's something with it's shuffle, it's low, right? Something which a chasoron is something which is lacking, and pechisus is something which is deficient. So they're all somewhat related, but they're different. And I said I haven't spent enough time to really think about how to explain the subtle differences between these three expressions.
Right. And what is shedavak?
Gabak is to be attached.
Ah, we had that before, attached.
Right. So there's a certain anything that's physical, there's a certain um deficiency which is attached to that which is physical.
And therefore, uh, the wise people, they are they are perfect uh, and complete.
Right.
Umitzad zeh kin chalu tov kasher heim misol kin min ha chesron shehu ra. And from this perspective, in chalu, I know we had that before.
It's bestowed upon them good, bestowed from like
bestowed. That's right, bequeathed.
Right.
It's bestowed on goodness is bestowed on them when they when they are separated from the lack that is bad.
That Soren, right? That actually, because Soren might be like inadequacy, the inadequacy which is detrimental. Raw, I don't like to use the word bad when you see the word raw. I don't like to use bad is probably most accurate translation, but raw I usually like to say something more that you can make use of it a little bit more than that it's some type of detriment, something which is detrimental.
Right. V'yesh lefaresh mipnei she'amar shetzarich v'nahog bo kavod amar minayin de mishum kavod kra lo afilu umiyu do. So there is to explain, because that it says that it's necessary to behave in this with honor.
Right. This is going back to the mimer that we were discussing originally about David and Melech. Yet they learned only two things from Achitofel, and yet he referred to him as Alufo, his master, and his teacher.
Right.
And the reason being, that's what's being explained over here. The reason being that even though he learned only two things, nevertheless, he was giving him this kavod because it was the kavod due to him, not so much about what he taught him, but the fact that he was, in fact, a chacham. And the fact that it was simply a chacham was due to him the honor that David and Melech was disposing upon him. And that honor comes from the fact that he had, as was explained here, that he has been the chacham has removed himself from the disadvantages and the lowliness and the inadequacies of that which is physical, and therefore that's the honor which is due to those who are wise in the ways and in the laws of Torah. And at this point, that's why we'll jump back now to our current document, 6.4, that's explaining that tzaddikim are tov, light is tov, and just as light is separate from that which is physical, tzaddikim are also separate from which is physical. So that's the bridge between this paragraph in document 6.3 to document 6.4, which we're currently in the middle of. Okay, let me switch the screen back to 6.4. 1 second. Okay. Okay, now we're back to our document 6.4. And that'll bring us, yeah, right, that'll bring us the lekach, nigzud letzadikin lasid loivel. Let's review that paragraph again.
L'chach nigzu l'tzadikim la'asid lavo. Therefore, the light is stored for the righteous in the time to come. Kasher yiyah ha'olam misolek min hagashme. When the world is removed from physicality, yiyah mashmesh ha'or ha'nivdal min hagashme legamre.
Right, so now this is the shamish is to make use of.
Okay.
Right, so this is the connection between, as what we just learned in the previous document to this document, here referring to the fact that the or which was set aside to be used by the tzaddikim in Lasid Lobo, that's because in Lasid Lobo the world will be on a different plane of existence than it is now, and it'll be removed. Existence will be in a non-physical realm, and therefore it's going to be used and available the light which is removed from that which is physical. And tzaddikim themselves, tzaddikim, just as they are removed from the physical, so they will also be able to partake and exist in that non-physical plane of existence. Okay. So that's the connection that there has to be a distinct separation between that which is physical and which is non-physical. Okay, and that's because that light which is set aside for the tzaddikim is only available to be used in a non-physical realm of existence, because the light is something which is non-physical, and in a non-physical plane of existence, then you can use a thing which is also non-physical. But in our physical existence, so we can only make use of light which is somewhat based in physical aspects. The light has physical aspects to it as well. For example, the sun and the moon, the light which is cast by the moon and the light which is shining from the sun. So those are all physically based lights. Light in essence, even in this world, light is in essence non-physical. As we explained yesterday, it's a different plane, a different phase of existence. Just like you have elements which they can be found in solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state, there's also a state of light. That light is a different phase, a different realm of existence. אבל בעולם הזה שצדיק יש לו גוף, אין רואה לעולם רק אור שיש לו נויסה גשמי כמו חמה לא לבנה. But in this physical world where the tzaddik has to him a physical body, right? It's not fit at all that he should benefit from any light except that light which is also based on material basis. For example, kamo chama v'levana, like that, the light of the sun and light of the moon. Lefikach nigza or harishon she'eno beguf. Therefore, it was put aside for safekeeping that original light, which is not a light which is physically based. V'nosan lehem or hazeh shu beguf, and it gave him this. The tzaddikim in this world were given light, which is the light which is physically based. And since tzaddikim, they are removed from that which is physical, they are called the tzaddikim or, which who or masulik menachamor, that which the or itself also is removed from that which is physics. So they have that in common. That tzaddikim are removed from what is physical. Light is also removed from what is physical. So now, the next paragraph, or zeh. Let's see, Ramer, would you like to continue on until Lou? I don't know whether we lost Lou. Oh, I think he's coming back.
Sorry, yeah, I had a call, but I'm back.
Yeah, that's good.
Regard the light as some sort of anointing oil.
As an oil? Well, oil is usually something which burns. right?
No,
Oil burns, and the burning, the combustion emits the light, but that's also a physical type of a light.
yeah, no, I'm thinking of the light as being a substitute for anointing, an anointing, uh, uh, something to anoint one with.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, no,
Possibly. That's it. Yeah, I'm not sure how would the act of anointing come
but when the
uh,
light bathes you, when the light goes onto you,
right. So what it mean the person who is oiled the reflects the light better
uh,
than if he's not.
like like oil, not not oil. I'm just thinking of it. Just thinking of the so like sorry. So when a king is anointed or a navi is anointed, right, oil is poured over him, and welcome into the fraternity. When uh, uh, when a baby, as we saw in the picture, um, um, conceived, and the light is there. The light sort of is like anointing the baby with light. Welcome to fraternity.
Right. Um,
But when when Moshe Rabbeinu was up on the mountain, he was bathed in light.
right. Right. So
He was
we're saying.
welcome to the fraternity.
Mhm. Right.
Anyway,
Yeah. Light is something which is indicative of change
hmm.
it's like it it's a uh, consequence or result of some change. If like you say, welcome to the freedom, welcome to further as being an upgrade, as being uh, a new status employed here. So that with that, there's a corresponding symbolic emittance of light. Right. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Now you good. That we say that the Arikis Ner LeBen David in our davening for Rosh Hashanah, if you might remember. Let me see if I can find it. I believe in Musaf, in the Musaf for Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah. Mm, mm, um, let's see here. Where would that be? Where would that? Maybe. Hold on. Well, actually, it's actually in all the. Yeah, it's in all the davening. It's in the V'chein Tains. It's in the second of the third of the three V'chein Tains. V'chein Tain Kavod Shem la'amecha, tehila l'riyecha, v'siklo toiva l'dershecha, u'piskon peh l'mechalim lach, simcha l'artzenu b'sasam li'arecha, u'tzmichis dav keren l'david avdecha, v'arichis ner, v'arichis ner l'ben David mishichech bim Rabbeinu, v'arichis ner. What's the arichis ner have to do with anything over there? Why should there be an arrangement of candle, of ner, light, of Ben David? What's that have to do with anything? You ever think of that, Roy? What's the inyan over there? Why is that? Ner.
Never thought of it.
Actually, it's based on the Gemara and Brachas. There's a Gemara and Brachas. More in Brachas. Arishoim Tanach Yedecha Yitzmachu Tzadikim Bibinyan Yirecha Tikvar Chichalecha B'tzit Mazdemin Yedecha Rikas Ner Ben David Mishichecha. Yeah. Right. It's a. What's that have to do with it? What's it have to do with it? Everyone's following what the question is here?
Yeah,
Why is there a reference to Rikas Ner Ben Ishai Mishichecha? Right? Why is there an attachment of the necessity of an Rikas Ner in an arrangement of light for Ben Ishai Mishichecha? I'd have to look around and see what's explained over there. Okay, let's continue on in the meantime.
okay, where did you get to while I was gone?
We're in the next paragraph. Ba'or hazeh, hapashut.
B'or hazeh hapashut hu echad ki hadavar hanivdal lo yisrivia below yischalek klal. Okay, so the elementary light is unified since the thing is separated. It cannot be duplicated, and it cannot be divided at all. The chiluk the rivye who mitzad hanoseh hachamre that division and multiplication are from the perspective of physical aspects. In order to have division and multiplication, you have to have a physicality. Shemisad hazeh, and from this perspective, Yavo ha rivier v'ha chalok. From this perspective comes division and multiplication and division. V'devar zeh mivoar lemi sheyoda b'chachamei. And this matter is explained.
Actually, is like it's right. Mavor is here is like it's clear.
This matter is clear to the one that knows wisdom. V'afki ha melachim shehem einam gashmiim yesh bahem ha rivye hayoter. Even the angels.
Right. So this is like, as I said yesterday, a question. He has to deal with a question because based on the fact that we were just taught that something which is non-physical, there's no replication of it and there's no division of it. So then he has to explain why by malachim, which are not physical, why are there apparently a profusion of malachim?
Can't we create them each time we do something?
Yeah. Well, if we do good things, we create good malachim as well, right?
Yes.
When the Maharsha explains in the Gemara and Makkas, everything that we think, everything that we say, everything that we do creates malachim. Whether they're going to be good or not, that depends on whether we're doing good or not with our thoughts and with our speech and with our behavior.
So with all of us around, there must be and constantly creating malachim. What's the question? Wouldn't there be such a profusion? Or is a different type of malachim he's talking about?
Well, I mean, the question is, meaning if in fact they're non-physical, he's trying to explain how can you have something which is non-physical and yet there's a profusion of the same thing? It shouldn't really exist, meaning something which is non-physical should be like for example, let's take light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, light. You don't see in general, even in the light of this physical world, unless you use a spectrum to separate the various wavelengths of the light, right? Light is something which is unified. It's not divisible. It's not replicatable, right? You can use mirrors to create, so to speak, multiplications of light, and you can use a spectrum to, so to speak, divide light. But in general, light is something which is unique. It's not multipliable. It's not divisible, right? Because that results from the fact that it's something which is non-physical, right? So the question is, well, how can we see that there are an abundance of malachim? Malachim, if they're non-physical, should also be unified into one thing. Like we were talking yesterday, for example, gravity. If you want to use, if malachim in a certain sense are understood to be the various different forces which exist in the physical universe, so there's one force of gravity. It's not that they don't have different forces of gravity.
Right.
The force of gravity depends on, if you know a little about physics, it depends on the mass and things like this. But it's all the same force. The force of gravity is something which is constant. The speed of light is something which is constant, right? Doesn't vary. But yet when it comes to malakim, which are, as we understand it, they are non-physical, so they seem to vary. So the question, how can the malakim vary? So you, Roy, you're giving a different explanation. You're giving an explanation that they vary because many types of malakim are based upon our thoughts, our speech, and our behavior. So everyone's speaking and saying and doing different things. So therefore they're creating different malakim. That could be one, that could be another explanation.
Although I don't know that creating and multiplying are the same thing.
No, no, I mean it's just the fact that they are being created by different people because of different things that leads to a difference between them.
Right. And we're saying that there should be only one malach.
Apparently, I mean there should be just like there's only one light. You don't say there are different lights. There are different kinds of light. They're different light. One light is light. You can have 10 candles, right? But they're all producing the same kind of light.
We have various angels, and they're given various jobs by Hashem.
Right. That's right. That's right. And one of the rules of malachim is there no malach can do more than one job. Each one has its own particular job to do. It could be another explanation. Malachim are, so to speak, like messengers, right? So each messenger has his own message to deliver.
Hmm.
Okay, let's continue on.
Maybe we're trying to solve a problem in this world, which is not of this world. It has different rules.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. But, I mean, we're only trying to understand these things with the things we have available to us.
Hmm.
Whether we can really get a clear understanding of these things, I'm not so sure. I don't know.
Yes, all right.
Okay, let's finish up this paragraph.
All right.
Okay. So let's see, we were up to Zehu Mitzad Shehem Mecholkim Mitzad Tzor San She Yikra'u Tzor Os Nifir Dos Aval Be'adam Ein Bahem Chiluk Mitzad Tzor. So and this is from the perspective of division, from the perspective of form, that we call the form separate, but with man, there is no distinction from the perspective of form. L'chach ha-tzadik hu echad ki hadavar ha-nivdal lo yisarva velo yischalak im lo mitzad hanosa. Therefore, the tzaddik, he is one, because the matter of being distinct is not Yisera, is not increased.
Yeah, that Yisra right? That the key something which is unique, lo Yisra, it does not multiply below Yischalik. It's not divisible.
It's not divisible, it doesn't multiply. And if not, from the perspective of action,
This is a little bit difficult. There's im lo mitzad hanoise. If it's except from the perspective of the one which is the one who was performing it, meaning the one who's performing it. I'm not sure what that means exactly. Im lo mitzad hanoise. I'm not sure what that means.
lefichach haor hamofeshet min chamrei legamrei hu echad legamrei. Therefore, the light I forgot what mofeshes is. Mofeshet.
That means the light which is mufshat min achoymer gamri, that or which is something which is completely distinct from that which is physical. Hu echad legamri. It's undivisible. It's completely unified.
Ah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's time to stop. I think we've went on really. Okay, good. We're in the middle of this here. We'll do some summaries tomorrow and we'll continue on, Mr. Shem. Okay, thank you, very good. Roy, thank you. Have a good afternoon. Okay,
Bye for now.
very good. Shalom, bye. See you all soon.
Okay.